plan, a strategy. You might even have done yourself a nice Excel spreadsheet with some turnover and some costs. And probably within about the first 6 months, that's gone in a drawer. And you'll have a notebook, back of an envelope, or an Excel spreadsheet if you're advanced, working out if you've got enough to pay yourself or your staff at the end of each month. You are not alone. So cash flow in micro businesses is pivotal for growth, and that's one of the topics that I specialise in and what I'm going to talk about today. I am very proud and pleased to be involved with the CAA for two very separate reasons. I have 3 children, and when my girls were very small, it was actually getting out and doing things like music with mum and swimming and French classes that kept me sane. I did suffer from postnatal depression, and actually getting out and meeting other parents and getting my kids involved with other kids was pivotal. I also became a single parent 8 years ago and decided to set my business up 6 years ago. What a crazy woman. I also got a puppy, because, that's what you need as well. So 3 children, 2 dogs, that's a lot of mouths to feed. And I've managed to make the business work for all of us. And I think that's something that this sector is particularly good at. I mentioned I have my own small business. We're tax advisors. I have an accounting practice, so we do general practice work as well. Accountancy is quite a broad spectrum. I'm not allowed to move about too much. So if you imagine you had a line of accountants across the front here, in industry you tend to have financial managers, finance directors who are very commercial. They can read a set of accounts and they work in your business. In the core of accountancy work, you have your external accountant who's doing your year-end accounts, your tax returns. Hands up, anyone here who doesn't have an accountant who's doing that for them? Oh, we ought to talk at the end. Right at the far side of that spectrum, if we had our line of accountants, you might have chartered tax advisors. Tax advisors will advise you on what tax to pay, but they're not, in the middle, actually doing those returns for you. And that's what I'm specialising in over here. So I'm doing share option schemes, R&D tax credit advice, all for smaller owner-managed businesses. One of the things you might find you're trying to do with your central core practicing accountants is you're probably asking them tax questions and sometimes feeling frustrated that the answers are a little slow, because your central compliance chartered accountants don't specialise in giving tax advice. They're slightly different. So I mentioned I do R&D tax credit claims. In the last year, the biggest claim I've done for a small company was £225,000, and it went through within 30 days. That's money that paid back to them straight away from HMRC. It's very exciting work. And I also do smaller ones as well. The smallest one was just £15,000. But for a small company, quite a lot of money. In my small company, an extra £15,000 would go a really, really long way. So what we're specifically talking about, other way, today is research and development, innovation. And we're just going to run through why you could consider claiming, how to actually do it, what you claim for, and then how we can work with an accountant if you've got one that you might like us to speak to. These R&D tax credits are hugely underclaimed. Recent surveys said 90% of small companies could claim, and only 20% of them do. Which is such a shame, because you're all paying PAYE, you may be paying VAT and corporation tax. This is money that HMRC is literally waiting there to give you. Now, when we had Brexit happen, there was a lot of discussion as to whether this state aid would continue. And we had the autumn statement yesterday, and they did say that absolutely the funding for innovation in the UK is going to continue as it was before. So this funding is for innovation. That's the dictionary definition. But for tax purposes, it's a really specific definition that you need. And I'll just go through that. Innovation for tax a really broad spectrum. We are not just talking about scientists in labs. We are talking about marketing agencies putting in perhaps some new software. We're talking about insurance brokers developing their back office systems. Many small businesses can claim it is really not just pharmaceutical businesses, which is often what people think of. And that's the official guideline that we have to use. That's the definition for tax. Excitingly, it's different than the definition accountants have to use, because we couldn't use the same definition, could we? So it's not enough that what you're doing is commercially innovative. It has to be a project. A project has a definite start and an end point. So you might be thinking, my CRM system isn't working for me, I'll get a developer, do some work on it. You'll have a point that it starts and a point that it ends, and that's really important for tax purposes. It doesn't have to be you're discovering something completely new. It's just something that's not readily available in the market. So if you bought an off-the-shelf product and you're customising it a bit, you don't have the basis to make a claim. But if you paid a developer to move something forward on your CRM system that's not available elsewhere, then perhaps you have got the basis for a claim. I have a colleague in an accounting business. Now, in accounting, we are very short of CRM systems that work for us because we need to track for our clients our commercial relationship with our clients, but also our clients' deadlines. So there aren't products out there, and I have a colleague in another firm who put their own CRM system together. They kept developing, and eventually they have got to a point where they have actually started selling it on. However, even if they hadn't sold it on, they've got some IP there within that company, which was the basis for a claim. So absolutely, in financial services, children's activities, there could well be basis for claims.
Which part of it?
Sorry?
Which part of the children's activity?
Inventing a new toy.
It has to be physical.
No, it can be a product, it can be a service, it can be a new process. And here we are. It can even be a modification to something that's previously been in existence, but it needs to be a significant innovation. It can't just be, the next version or some fault finding in a piece of software.
Could it be an app or a website?
Potentially, but it has to be new, innovative. I'd have to get my head into it. There are conditions for claiming, and this is fairly techie work. So for the most part, I wouldn't ask. Remember, I have my line of accountants. I wouldn't be asking this central core to do me an R&D claim. So if you ask your accountant to do it and they say, "What? What are you talking about?" Okay, then maybe speak to someone who specialises in tax. Okay, there are gazillions of conditions for claiming these. The really important ones are you can't have claimed any other state aid, and the expenditure that you're claiming to get refunded has to have been tax deductible for a company. So if you are just a sole trader, you can't claim it, but if you're a company, you can. But if you're a really, really small company, is there anyone here who's trading as a company? Yeah, okay, so most of you. If you're really small and all you're doing is taking dividends out of your company, okay, you can't claim against that because dividends aren't tax deductible expense. It has to be for someone else's salary going through the business or invoices that you paid. You also have to be a qualifying SME, small or medium-sized business, and I would warrant that you all are, because those are the conditions there. So provided you've all got less than 500 employees, and so many millions on your balance sheet, we're all right. So what can you claim for? For the most part, if you're doing R&D work, you're developing something in your business, the sort of costs we're looking at claiming are staff costs. But it's not just their salaries, and their employer's national insurance, their recruitment fee, perhaps it's the cost of running their payroll. There's lots of costs that you can put through, which is why it's worth thinking this through fairly carefully. If you paid subcontractors, you could have a claim for their time, for software and any consumables. So it could be water, electricity that's going through your profit and loss account, not rent, and there's all sorts of very exciting technical discussion about whether you can claim training or not. So essentially, if you're doing development work in the early stages of your business, you have the potential for looking at a claim here, and the claims go through in one of two different ways. You can either claim to just simply reduce the cost of your corporation tax, and it's a 26% rate. So if you spent £10,000 on R&D, you get £2,600 off your tax bill. That's the slightly less exciting side of doing this. The really exciting side of doing this is when you get what we call a repayable credit. And then you get 33.35% of the cost of your R&D potentially refunded to you. And when these claims go through, HMRC are good. They come through generally within 30 days. Now, the two really big claims I did this year, they had to be chased, and it was about 35 days. But when you think about how HMRC is often so slow and unresponsive, that's really good, because it's going to help you to continue to grow your business. And I think you'll all agree, there are some months when you are paying VAT, you're paying PAYE, you're paying corporation tax, you're paying income tax, so getting some money back is quite uplifting. Yes, I can keep running my business. That's just one quote from one of our clients who's found these claims pivotal in advancing their business. And the key thing for them was they didn't have to spend the money they got back on future R&D. They actually spent it on more recruitment and more development for their business. So I'm rushing through this topic a little, and I should point out that these claims are quite technical, and I don't want to be too flippant. You do have to get them right. If you put a claim in, it will be risk assessed at HMRC, and you might get questions in that first 30-day period, or it might just be paid straight out to you. Now, generally, if it's paid within 30 days, that's it, it is yours. But your corporation tax return is still under self-assessment, so you might get an inquiry over the next so many years. So you do have to have good books and records. For all of us, with any tax, expect an inspection every 7 years, and have the books and records, so that when HMRC turns up, you're not rushing around in a panic trying to find invoices. You know, you're going to yawn and get your box out of archive and say, there you go, and you're going to let them have a look through. And it's the same with these tax credits. So, if you do appoint a professional to put through one of these claims for you, they do need to spend time getting to know your business, what you do, and whether you actually do have the potential for making a claim. And they should do that. Don't let anyone rush you through this, because then you might get an uncomfortable phone call from HMRC. The claims go through on your corporation tax return. So it's just like a normal year end that you would run. You submit your corporation tax return in the usual way. However, excitingly, if you think you have the potential for a claim, you might have had a project that was also happening last year. So you don't just do this year's corporation tax return. Of course, you could go back and restate last year's as well. There's no penalty for doing that, and you get the money back on last year's corporation tax return too. I should just say about record keeping, HMRC is very flexible for your first year of the claim. So, in your first year, you probably haven't been keeping timesheets. You may not have the records in quite the way that we would want. But in that first year, HMRC have actually said they're very happy for you to take some kind of view, a just and reasonable apportionment, I think is what they said, of costs. and that's absolutely fine. But if you're carrying on being innovative year after year after year, then you probably need to get your record keeping thoroughly in order, because at some point someone's going to come and look at a claim, and if they find one they want to challenge, then they may unpick some others as well. So although I can get terribly enthusiastic about this, actually there's a very boring and dull side as well, which is all about your record keeping to go with these claims. We work directly with accountants, so we will help especially low-cost accountants who don't have this specialist area of knowledge. So we will work directly with them to help their clients, but we'll also work directly with individuals. And I would say that if you're getting really good accountancy services and really good value from your accountant, we're not looking to pinch accountancy business, we look to work with your accountant to help you with the claim. So if you think you might have the basis for a claim, come and have a chat with me or have a chat with your accountant, and I'll be really happy to help you. I'll be on the stand afterwards. Now, I've rattled through that perhaps a little quicker than I should have done, because I was aiming for 3:15, but I had a slightly late start. Does anyone have any questions from that? Or shall we go and have a tea break?
Oh, that's a question.